again. It's Ben Crawford again, working for the Toffee Blues here, live at the Goodison Sleepout. And with Andy here today, who's what you call a bit of a veteran of this kind of situation. Me, being a novice, and my dad, the cameraman, with this our first time doing the Sleepout. So first and foremost, most importantly, any advice on what we can do to keep warm tonight?
You're going to struggle to keep warm. Staying awake isn't a problem because it's quite fascinating being here.
I wasn't planning on staying awake all night myself.
To be honest, you'll be awake for a good few hours. It is weird because when you've spent so much time at Goodison, obviously during the day, to be here in the middle of the night is a bit strange, so it's a bit surreal. So you do find yourself just looking around, and it's one of them times when you start thinking back about all sorts of memories. Certainly last year when I'd done it, there was a guy behind me and he was in his 70s, and we just spent hours talking about all memories. Obviously myself only remember in the 80s, but he can talk about the 60s, so it was superb. You're unlucky.
Absolutely, I'm the unlucky generation. Is it in the park end that you've got your seat normally for the Everton
No,
games,
I can see my seat from here. I'm on the back row of the top balcony, so wouldn't be the best place to sleep. I wouldn't want to fall out of bed if I was sleeping up there.
Definitely not. No, we've sat there before, haven't we? It's quite windy to say the least. This is actually, to be fair, pretty much mark for mark where me and my dad sit season ticket holders. Unfortunately, like you alluded to there, I haven't seen the success that maybe you have yet.
Definitely not.
But I'm sure you and my dad have a lot to talk about with the great 80s side. So you've given us a bit of background on how to sort of keep warm and get through the night. Can you tell us a bit more about sort of what got you involved in this in the first and what made you sign up for it like 3 years ago, and what's kept you doing it? What's your motivation behind that?
Well, I work in town, and you can't escape the issues surrounding the homeless. And it's a year, it must be 2, maybe 3 years ago, there's a guy who was sat regularly outside the shop where he used to go for lunch, and most days I'd try and give him something, and there was this one day I didn't have any change, and I said, "Oh mate, I'm really sorry," and he said to me, "Listen lad," he said, "you don't have to give me something every day." He said, "If you do, you'll end up like me." And I was like, wow, what an attitude. He was kind of, look, I know you're trying to help. Not everyone can all of the time, otherwise you'll end up in a situation where you're struggling yourself. And I thought, wow, that's such a selfless way of looking at things. So when I seen this was advertised, it was a no-brainer. And I've taken the opportunity to use social media, and thankfully it's managed to raise a fair few pounds, so all the better.
Absolutely, and obviously, so have I. We're also raising, I assume you're doing a Just Giving page like everyone. Okay, well, at the end of the video, if you don't mind just giving us the Just Giving page, we'll advertise you.
Don't even know if I know it.
No,
I'm guessing it's just my name on the end.
Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, we'll get into that. But obviously, you've seen this view before of the growing lights on the pitch. Well, I've never seen that before. I didn't expect to see that. It is a really strange sort of atmosphere, isn't it? And it's almost a bit ghostly. But hopefully we're in for a night of no rain and not too much wind. Are these better conditions than you've been used to in the past couple of years?
It's much the same. As I remember, particularly last year, around the 4 o'clock mark, it does go cold and you start to feel a bit damp. But you also start to feel very tired.
Absolutely.
So you do drift in and out of sleep, I guess. For some people, they'll sleep all night and everyone's entitled. The lights go off here. We're only kept awake by these lights. And but there's plenty of people. There was a group who've done it a couple of years. They work for a firm of solicitors, and I know they come and they set up. They had a living room, they had a party room, they had a great old time over there. And everyone's doing it for the right reasons, so everyone's enjoying themselves, but with all the best intentions.
Absolutely. And just to finish off, mate, obviously I'm sure, as all of us Everton will be keeping a close eye on the results on Sunday, watching the game. Give us your score prediction, mate. No pressure.
I've got a feeling we're going to win 2-1.
Really? Yeah. Even after the little Arsenal slip and the unfortunate Manchester United incident we saw?
As you say, they're both unfortunate and they are slips. I just got a feeling.
We need a win to get back up there, really,
absolutely,
don't we?
Put us right in there.
We've fallen a little bit, especially with Wolves. They've won, I think, 2 or 3 of the last games in a row. So we need to keep up there.
Well, I was shocked when I looked at Burnley, and I had to double check. I thought the table I was looking at was wrong. And then it turns out they'd won 3 or 4 on the spin, and suddenly they were in 8th, I think it was.
Could be in Europe twice in 4 seasons.
Huge amount, but you've just got to turn a few results. As it is, our fixtures are quite tricky towards the end of the season. But you never know, we've got to play teams around us, get a few right results, and it puts us right in there.
Lastly, Andy, obviously we can't spend the night here in this GT without mentioning the man of the moment, Carlo Ancelotti. I mean, he's been with Bittlstrand all week. He's been walking around. We've actually seen him out at the local restaurant where we live. He just seems to be really, really taken to life on Merseyside. And with the kind of support you're getting from the community, charities like this, is there any wonder why? Because it's obvious the people of Liverpool will take anyone in and sort of do whatever they can, and that sort of, you know, brotherhood mentality that just shines through.
I think for me, I was lucky enough. I'd done an interview today on Talk Sports live with Jim White, but off air he asked me about Carlo, and I said, you know what? He said along the lines of, he never said it in so many words, is it a last big payday? That was the inference. That's what he was inferring. And I said, you know what? I said, no. I said, we might not have the best team in the world at the moment. I said, but we've definitely got one of the best clubs. Absolutely. And he said, you know what? That rings true. And we ended up talking about Everton, the community, and everything else that Everton bring to the party. And as I say, on the pitch, we accept we're not the best at the moment, but we're definitely heading in the right direction.
Calvert-Lewin, new 5-year deal, Mason Holgate, planning for the future.
My lad's favourite player, Calvert-Lewin, has been since he broke into the side, and he makes a point of reminding me all the time that he was mascot my lad in 2017, and I think Dom scored twice in that game against Watford, and he's in the programme. My lad's picture, and it says favourite player Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So he makes a point of saying, I told you. Yeah. So he was right.
In that camp.
A lot of people weren't,
and
they're all holding their hands up now, thankfully.
So anyway, Andy, thanks very much.